Then you can summon this, what we like to call Susanoo. It's Japanese for fucking unstoppable. And do not even get me started on the Rinnegan. Nagato is like top 20 strongest Naruto characters. And his only abilities that he like ever used were Rinnegan abilities. And you can fucking summon me!
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy XBomb Plays, back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be doing a different video. Today we're going to be doing a reaction video to SwagKage's another top 5 OP Naruto jutsus. Now this video came out yesterday, April 1st, and I kind of wanted to react to it because, you know, I watched his other video and it was really fun and I really enjoyed it. And I agreed with, like, basically everything he said because, like, you know, he made really good points. The video was really well put together and, you know, enough being said, let's just jump right into the reaction.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? SwagKage here, and welcome to today's video. So, one of the most popular videos on my channel, and this has basically been the case since I first uploaded it, is a video I made a few years back talking about really busted, unfair Naruto jutsu. Now, personally, I don't think it's that great. I think I've gotten a lot better at making videos since then, but nonetheless, a lot of people have been asking for a sequel to it for a really long time. Now, fortunately for everybody who was a fan of the first video, Naruto has no shortage of stupid, wacky nonsense, and so it wasn't hard for me to track down 5 more jutsu that I think are absolutely ridiculous. Maybe not to the same extent as the ones I mentioned in the first video, but for one reason or another, they're all still pretty crazy.
I can agree with this. I think I can see where it's gonna go with this. Some of you may be a bit surprised that this is on the list.
Nope. Maybe you associate the jutsu with the 4th Raikage and don't remember the 3rd all that well. But the 3rd Raikage is who we're going to be focusing on here, because this is sort of a Yamato Hashirama situation.
Oh,
it's not quite as extreme, where we're introduced to a technique through one person, and then we later find out that there's a dead person who is way better at using the technique.
Gundam Mech 1,000 arms wood cannon thingy-majigger
in the hands of the 4th Raikage, but I only think it's worth putting on this list because of what we know the 3rd Raikage could do with it. So to briefly explain how the jutsu works, a user conducts electricity through their body, and this increases their speed, allows them to hit harder, and it creates an aura of lightning.
I love the background music he uses, like all the music he uses in videos.
A few of you may be wondering why I didn't mention any drawbacks, and that's because, there aren't any. This jutsu boosts your strength, your speed, and your defense, your 3 most
He's got the same editing style as last video. You know, he's not getting like as many jokes put in, but you know, I still like it.
But they're not. They're not at all. As a matter of fact, they're pretty fucking enormous. I know I don't need to tell anybody this, but both the 3rd and the 4th Raikage are really, really fast, and they're also known for hitting extremely hard. According to Darui, nobody before Sasuke had survived the 4th Raikage's Tiger Bomb, and he's significantly weaker than the 3rd Raikage. This guy, on the other hand, is able to kill multiple people at the same time with just a jab. Like, look at this. This was the result of him dashing forward and just poking
I haven't read
somebody.
the manga. I've only seen the anime.
The thing that gets me the most about this jutsu is with it, you're already going to be moving so fast that nobody's going to be able to hit you, and even if they do, your attacks are so strong and so devastating that you're probably going to be able to kill them anyway before they can do any serious damage to you. But for some reason, the 3rd Raikage thought to himself, hey, you know what this jutsu's missing? It's not an indestructible shield yet. And when I say indestructible, I don't mean really hard to penetrate. I mean, you are absolutely 100% never breaking through this shield unless you have like 6 pads powers or something. And if you think I'm exaggerating, lightning's natural elemental weakness is wind. And so you'd think that a wind-based jutsu, at least a strong enough one, would be able to crack through the shield, right? Well, no. Tamari and a bunch of other wind release users all hurled big ol' wind blast straight at the 3rd Raikage, and he just stood there and it didn't affect him. Then Naruto showed up, and the first thing he did was throw a Rasen shuriken at this guy, and he dodged it twice. And then Naruto finally manages to line it up so that it smashes into him, and it doesn't do anything anyway. So even if by some miracle you're able to hit him while he's whizzing around the battlefield at lightning speed, it doesn't matter. Probably not even gonna scratch him. It's not
the
even
images
like
that he uses, like I said before, the editing style, it's really good. Like how he just gets all the different,
for 3 days
you know, images out there.
Finally collapsing really and dying. I imagine he didn't have any food.
I wish I could edit like this.
10,000 angry enemy ninja probably wouldn't let him stop to eat a sandwich or whatever.
I'm not bad.
So it certainly doesn't tire him out. Like I said, it feels like the jutsu has no drawbacks.
I kind of kind of agree with this.
Now, I know I'm kind of cheating here like I did when I put wood release as a whole on the last list, but to be fair, we don't really see that many particle-style jutsu in the series. As a matter of fact, I think we only see 2, and both of them are basically the same thing. But anyway, my reasons for thinking it's just a little bit overboard should be pretty self-explanatory. You just shouldn't be able to fire a gigantic laser beam that can atomize anything it touches. Why Inoki ever felt like he needed to hire the Akatsuki when he could just do this, it's a bit of a mystery to me.
Boom.
I know we never saw
Dead.
it used for anything significant aside
He's making
from
good
Inoki
points. Like, I didn't
when
agree with him, and now I
Sasuke
kind of
did it.
do.
But that's not really his fault. He was
Good.
introduced right before the war arc, so aside from, again, Sasuke, all of his opponents were regenerating zombies who got progressively more powerful. He had to fight members of the Akatsuki, former Kage, including another user of particle style, and then finally Madara Uchiha. So I think it's safe to say that the circumstances weren't exactly ideal for him to make the best use of this nature transformation, and had we been given the opportunity to see him fight regular people, he probably would have steamrolled them. Like, all he has to do is make this box of chakra around them, and then just like that, they cease to exist. There's no setup required or anything. It's as simple as that.
Oh, let me guess. 8 gates? Yeah. Yeah.
So you could maybe argue that
agree
the
with
8 gates
this.
are more fair than the last 2 entries, because to get the most out of them, you have to kill yourself. And even if you're not opening all 8 of them, opening any of them comes with some pretty serious risks. But that said, opening the 8 gates is basically all Guy knows how to do, and he's a fucking badass.
Yeah,
also, even though
true.
opening the
All
8th
of
gate
that.
is an act of suicide, well, first of all, if you happen to have anybody
Boom,
who can
dead.
perform miracles on the fly nearby, like Naruto, for example, then
Gang
you're fine. But
release.
more importantly, the price of death does not make up for the gargantuan power boost you receive. When Guy opened the 8th gate, he was able to do nearly lethal damage to Madara, and
Yeah.
Madara had Yin Yang release, Wood release, and the Rinnegan. And now, granted, Guy was only able to do so well against him because he had the assistance of Minato, Kakashi, and Rock Lee. But even with the help of all 3 of
Doesn't
these
matter.
people, nobody else would have been able to
It's
do
Madara
nearly as well
Uchiha.
against Madara as Guy.
What's he gonna
I mean,
do?
before him, Obito was tearing the entire allied shinobi forces apart. So the fact that
Exactly,
Guy stood
exactly.
even a teensy, itsy-bitsy chance against Madara here is pretty impressive. Also, I'd like to repeat that this is the only thing Guy knows how to do. He can't do anything aside from open the 8 gates and punch and kick really hard. So if you gave the ability to open the 8 gates to anybody like Madara or Hashirama or even like
Oh,
Sakura
God,
or Tsunade, you'd have
Hashirama
a
with
pretty
the 8
serious
gates.
problem on your hands. If Naruto ever learned how to do it, well, then it'd be game over for anybody who tries to fight him. Could you imagine 2,000 6-pad Sage Mode Kurama Avatar 8th gate open Naruto's charging straight at you? That sounds horrifying.
That is horrifying. Holy shit. Oh, I agree with this. I get
So
it.
Sage Mode is like the 8 gates, but without any of the drawbacks. Granted, the buffs provided by it aren't quite as substantial as the ones provided by like opening the 7th and 8th gate, but just look what it did for Kabuto. If you would have told me this guy would go on to become a major antagonist, I would have no reason to believe you. As a matter of fact,
Same.
I would probably never talk
I
to you
didn't
again.
expect
But
anything
somehow
out of
he went from
Kabuto
this
after,
to this.
you know, part
Before
1.
mastering Sage Mode,
Like,
he was so
ship it in,
flimsy
just like-
that Naruto literally shouted at him and sent him flying across a bridge. Then after mastering Sage Mode, he was able to tussle with Sasuke and Itachi at the same time while blind and almost beat them a couple times throughout the fight. As a matter of fact, Sage Mode is so great that Orochimaru created a crappy bootleg version of it, called it the Curse Mark, and it still ended up being one of the most valuable tools in the arsenal of anybody who could use it. Actually,
Yeah, the
Swag,
way
you,
he's
you have
describing
to
it
leave
makes it
yourself
sound
open
really
for a
OP.
really long time to enter Sage Mode because you have to gather natural energy. It's not that easy. See,
That's
Minato
true.
would like to have a word with you because he's like, oh yeah, man, no, I suck at Sage Mode. I don't do
Oh.
that. I'm just really bad at it. That's why I never use it. And
He's
like,
got a
he
good
just goes-
point.
Also in the war, when Naruto figures out that he can stack it on top of KCM, he's like, oh sweet, let's try it out. And he doesn't have to go off in the corner and go gather natural energy or whatever. Just like Minato, he's just like, all right, that's it.
Oh, what is the multi-shadow clone? Knew it. Even Jiffly didn't give it away.
This jutsu might be the dumbest thing in the whole entire series. Maybe it's not as ridiculous as the Sharingan, but then again, the Sharingan doesn't let you clone yourself 2,000 times, and that's my biggest thing with this jutsu. The regular shadow clone jutsu that lets you make about a dozen at most, that's one thing, but the multi-shadow clone jutsu, like 2,000? Are you serious? Why do you need that many? Why is the number that high? Even setting that aside, there are so many other applications for this jutsu. It can be used to significantly accelerate the process of training, and like,
But I feel
mean,
like
by a lot.
Naruto could
was
only
able to
do
complete
that
multiple
because he had
years
all
worth of
the
training
Nine
in
Tails
the span
chakra.
of a few days,
Like, I feel like a
maybe week at
normal
most, because of the
ninja
way
in that
shadow
world
clones
could
work.
do it
That's
because
dumb.
it's
That's
die
not even a
from trying
little
to do
bit
it.
fair. That shouldn't be
I'm pretty sure in
possible,
another
but
video he even
apparently it
said
is. I
people
guess
try to do
Naruto
this
could just, like,
and
walk
they
into
died.
the Hidden Leaf's library, pick up the scrolls for every jutsu
think it just
there,
kinda like
and within like
Naruto's
a year or
just, like,
two, he'd be a
kind of
master
OP for
of all
him.
of them.
I
He
don't
was also
really think
able to
this
have his clones gather
applies
natural
to
energy for him
other
while he was
people,
fighting
or many
demons,
other
so he
people.
could like constantly refill
So unless
his
you have like
sage
a
mode
shit
meter
ton of
without
chakra,
really
you
having
can't
to do
really,
anything.
you know,
Then of course
make
there's the
2,000
fact
clones,
that
but
he
like
basically fought
the amount's
Fourth
so
War by
really high and
himself. He
ridiculous. So I can
fought
kind of get where
multiple
he's coming
Kage
from.
level
I
opponents
don't
who were
know
all
if this should be
spread
number
out
one.
across the world at the same time, and he was able to do this all thanks to the shadow clone jutsu. For some reason, his shadow clones could also create their own shadow clones, which really wasn't necessary. Kishimoto, you didn't have to let him do that. He was already really, really strong, and he would have been fine without clones that could make their own clones, and those clones could probably also make clones of their own. By the end of the series, one of Naruto's shadow clones could probably wipe out all life on Earth aside from Sasuke by itself. And even if that's not the case, he'd still have 1,999 of them sitting on the sidelines.
Yep. That's true. No, overall, I did really think that this was a really good video that SwagKage made. You know, it's another great video that I really did enjoy watching, and I hope you guys also enjoyed if you did watch this. And remember, go smash the like button, go subscribe if you haven't already. Go do those if you haven't already done those. Really means a lot, because I haven't checked, but we could be at 1,400 subscribers, so... Because last time I checked, we were like 1,395, and that's a lot, and, you know, almost 1,400. That's also a lot. So I just want to say thank you guys for that. And also, SwagKage, his original video will be in the description, and so will his channel. So if you guys want to watch more of his videos, you don't need to wait for me to react to them. You're welcome to, people. You're welcome. Alright, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.